Hey guys, welcome back to Flat Creek Outdoors. I'm Phil. Today I'm going to tackle a big job with a small saw. This saw I've had for a couple years. This is the Stihl MS 181C. You can see that there. This is actually the only piece of power equipment that I owned before we had our property. So this thing is going on, I think, 4 years now. I've had it for a while. I bought it just for homeowner use, and then I've been using it out here as my secondary saw for like the last year and a half or so. And it is a small saw, and some of you guys have kind of trashed this saw when I've shown it on, well, actually on my other channel, because I haven't really done anything on this channel, but on Woods Tree Farm, where I've done some other work around the property and on our YouTube channel, some of you guys trashed this saw, said it's junk, said it's underpowered, etc. I think it's fine, though frankly my chainsaw experience is somewhat limited, so maybe I just don't know what I'm missing. But this is considerably lighter than my other saw, which my other saw is the Husqvarna 455 Rancher, and I think that thing's like, I don't even know, 15, 16 pounds with bar and chain. So it is getting up there, and if you're trying to do a lot of stuff, you know, limbing and whatnot, if you're holding the saw up for a long time, it really gets tiresome. So this one is considerably lighter, and that is what I'm doing today, is a lot of limbing and taking down some smaller trees too, all along this tree line behind me. I actually got started on this, and then I thought, well, you know what, this might make a decent little topic for a video to talk about using this small saw for a big job. So let me take you over to the tree line. I'll show you what we're getting into today. Alright, so all along this tree line here, you can see there's just a lot of encroachment, particularly from pine and cedar trees. And this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and I've chipped away at it at some other portions of my property. But this is along the back line, the back property line. And you can see over here, I've already gotten started on this, all this stuff on the ground. And you can see some of those trees there showing their fresh cut marks. And I went on down that way, and you can see all this stuff on the ground over here. So I want to keep working away at it, and in fact some of these branches that you can see up here, those I'd actually run into with the tractor too, but where the limb meets the tree was actually higher than I could reach. So I'll need to come back maybe with a ladder or something else and tackle those in a different way. But at least a lot of the stuff from about 6 or 7 feet high on down, as far as I could reach, that's already been taken care of all the way down there, which is about maybe 100 feet away. And what we're going to work on today is up in this direction, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started, and we'll see how much we can get done in the next 10 or 15 minutes here. Making quick progress. That was less than 10 minutes, but I got this big pine tree over here, this one or this one, I don't know which one on the screen, but anyway, it's so big, and its branches up that high have grown out towards the sun, and they come down here towards the ground, and there's all these other trees that grow up through them. So I got a bunch of trees that I've already cut in there, but they're not falling out because of those limbs. And some of those limbs I can reach them and kind of cut them part way, and some of them not, so it's getting really tricky in there. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up behind it on the other side. I'm going to bring you guys along and work my way back this way and see if that frees anything up. But anyway, this little saw's doing just the trick. I failed to mention at the beginning that I'm using some aftermarket chains for this saw. I've been using it for a little while. The brand is Talix. I got them off Amazon. It was in a 3-pack. I don't remember the exact price. I'll put it up here on the screen, but it was a pretty good deal for 3 chains. I'm still on my first one. In fact, I've just sharpened this chain, I think, twice. I sharpened it just before I started here today. So seemed to be doing the trick, and I'm pretty pleased with the value of those chains. So if you're interested in grabbing one of those chains off of Amazon, you can buy one through the link in this video's description. And of course, anytime you purchase through the links on the channel, that helps support our channel, and I appreciate you doing that. Okay, that was only another 5 or 6 minutes. Got a lot of stuff on the ground. Let me show you how thick it is in here. Alright, so standing inside, that's where I first started cutting. All that stuff's down. And then I stopped. And then I moved up over there. But you can just see, like, there's, I don't even know how many little saplings in here. 30, 40? Whole bunch. It is thick. And then behind those, there's some more mature trees, and all of their branches are growing down into this stuff. So there's just so much to take down in here. But anyway, our property line's right here. I don't know if you can see there's barbed wire right there, and right around where this barbed wire is where our property line is. So I'm trying to get it cleared back as close as I can to the property line. And if we can keep this trimmed back, that's just going to give us a little bit more usable space out there where we're trying to do some actual planting in the field. So everywhere where all these trees are, an extra 20, 30, 40 feet, all that square footage just really adds up. So moving up the property line just a little bit. This section up in here I cleared out last year. I didn't have the grapple then, but you can maybe see a couple of these trees have orange tape on it. So that is the approximate property line, and there used to be encroachment. I mean, you can kind of tell where the branches are hanging out from the bigger trees. There used to be encroachment all the way out to here, and all that was cut back, and I had to do all that by hand. I didn't have the grapple then, but pretty much just cut all the small stuff down and then ran it over with a bush hog to kind of chip it up. And it's still looking pretty good for the most part. I'd like to come back through and get some of these other smaller trees down and pick them up with the grapple. But I got one more section. We're just going to do like right here. This little section in here, another 30 or 40 feet down to where I was just cutting, and then we'll be done. Every one of those trees is now cut, but some of them are still hung up in the branches above. So I'll come in with a tractor and the grapple, and I'll try to reach up and get some of that stuff, knock it on down. But I'm going to count off my paces here because I cleared quite a bit. The saw did pretty well. That was about an hour's worth of work. And maybe you can see in there, there's just barely a little bit of fuel left. So 1 tank of fuel. I worked on this for about 30 minutes yesterday, and I did this first little section here. But I just counted off my paces, 85 paces, so that's maybe over 240, 250 feet of tree line here, and really made pretty quick work of it. So another half day of work, I can finish up this tree line behind the camera all the way to the back corner of the field, and then we can come along with the grapple and we can pick all this stuff up, haul it off to the burn pile, and this will be good to go for a couple years. And this will allow us to get the bush hog up a lot closer to the tree line and hopefully keep it at bay for a while so we don't have to you know, keep cutting down trees that are encroaching on our tree line. So anyway, thanks for following along today, guys. I am going to wrap us up. The grapple work will be another video, and I'll probably tackle that in the next couple days. I got a bunch of firework wood I still need to do, and there's a few other projects we're going to be getting into this springtime here on Flat Creek Outdoors. So make sure you hit subscribe if you aren't a subscriber already. Be happy to have you following along. Until next time, hope you have a good one. See you on the next video.